Hello and welcome to Easy Book Review. This is going to be a review of the second law of Robert Greene's The 48 Laws of Power. So let's get started. I highly recommend you read this book as it has a lot of skills that can help people with their conflicts in life. Law 2. Never put too much trust in friends. Learn to use enemies. If you have no enemies, find a way to make them. You have more to fear from friends than enemies. Friends can become spoiled and tyrannical. Enemies have more to prove, so they'll be much more loyal. Take, for instance, the story of the snake, the farmer, and the heron. One day there was a snake, and it was trying to get away from some hunters. Coming up on the farmer, he asked the farmer if he could hide inside of his belly. The farmer, having a soft heart, allowed the snake to crawl up inside of him and get inside of his belly to hide from the hunters. After the hunters had left, the farmer asked the snake to leave his belly. The snake refused. So the farmer started heading toward his house. On his way, he met a white heron, and he told the heron the story. And so the heron said that he would help. And so he told him to squat and try to eject the snake out. Well, whenever the farmer squatted and ejected the snake's head out, the heron grabbed the snake's head and ate it. The farmer, now afraid that he might have poison inside of his belly from the snake, voiced his concerns to the heron. The heron said, "Well, that's an easy fix. All you need is to eat 6 white fowls." The farmer looked at the heron and said, "Well, you're a good start," and grabs the heron and heads toward the house. When he approaches the house, his wife meets him and asks him, "What are you doing with that heron?" The farmer explained the story to the wife, and his wife looked at him and said, "Well, that's cruel. This heron just helped you out." So she grabs the heron and she lets the heron free. As the heron got let free from her hands, the heron turned around and gouged the woman's eyes out. The moral of the story is, when you see water flowing uphill, it means that someone is repaying a kindness. Men are more ready to repay an injury than a benefit because gratitude is a burden and revenge a pleasure. King Hiero met one of his enemies on a battlefield. Upon exchanging words, his enemy told him, "You have terrible smelling breath." The king, disturbed by the comment, went home that night and asked his wife, "Why is it that my enemy has to tell me of my bad breath, but you have not?" His wife then replied, "I thought that all men's breath smelt the same way yours did. I knew no better." A person who has something to prove will move a mountain for you. A wise man profits more from his enemies than a fool does from his friends. Life becomes lazy without enemies because you have no resistance to help make you stronger. Friendships carry too much emotions. Enemies will feel like they have something to prove. Friends can be used as scapegoats, but choose this tactic wisely, because once you do this, you lose that friend forever. Never pick a fight with someone you are not sure you can defeat. If you have no apparent enemies, you must sometimes set up a convenient target, even turning a friend into an enemy. Use such enemies to define your cause more clearly to the public, even framing it as a struggle of good against evil. Thanks for watching. And don't forget to like and subscribe. And make sure to check out Law 3.